Good evening, CM. Good evening. Can you hear me now? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, Oluwatomise. Good evening, Gabriel. Okay, you can hear me now. Welcome to today's question and answer session. I would like you to give us 5 minutes for other members to join. Thank you. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So by 8:05, we should be starting. Thank you. Okay, good evening once again. So I figured I will wait. Let's just have something between us. Let's others miss out on something. So let's try. Let's give it a try. So, Gabriel, do you mind taking the mic and telling us how your public speaking journey has been? Telling us how your, okay, this is a new week. Okay, how your day was and how you're doing today. You have the mic. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can. Good evening.
Okay, so my day was it was all right. I was basically it was just there because I was not doing anything. I was just home all day. So my public speaking journey has been great, but my last attempt on public speaking was not so great. So I'm not going to like see it as a fall. I'm not going to stop because my last attempt was not so great. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to learn more, practice more, and be better. But so far, the journey has been great. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for an amazing, oh, like what it's by review from you. I said, was that review? Maybe it was your day was just there. I can okay, I can say I can imagine, but then I might not be able to imagine that much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us on this call. So Oluwatomisin, do you mind taking the mic? The same question. I'm throwing it back to you. Sorry, did you hear what I said? I said, Oluwatomisin, please, can you have the mic? Just tell us how your day was, how you're doing today, and how your public speaking journey has been so far. Thank you. Please let me know if you can hear me.
Good evening, everyone. I can hear you. Good evening, Sarah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening.
Okay. My day went well. Well, not too well, but then it went well. I got grace. Thank God for today. Yeah, my public speaking journey. I, I won't say I've been doing much of it, but then it's been going good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I said we'll start by 8:05. We don't want to know how many persons are here. We just want to know if you have questions you have for our lead strategist to answer. So if you have any questions, just throw it in. You can write it in the comment section, at the chat box, sorry, or you could have the mic and speak. So if you have any question, kindly signify. Questions, questions, questions. I believe we know that this session is supposed to be a question and answer session. But if you join the call, you have to have something to contribute, something to ask, something to add, subtract, anything. Any questions? Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question. How do I manage? Can everybody hear me before I
Yes, I can.
continue?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so my question is, how do I manage audience interference? How do I manage audience interference?
Good evening, everyone. Can we hear me?
Yes, ma.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, Gabriel. Your question is, how do you handle audience interference? Okay, the first thing is you want to always have it at the back of your mind that it might come up, meaning you have to expect it. You must expect it. While you pray that nothing goes wrong when you're speaking, you should also expect that something might go wrong. It may not be someone speaking, it could be someone moving the chair, it could be someone making a sound, it could be anything. It could even be a phone ringing. Many of these interferences could come in. So always expect it. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Always expect it. Always expect interference. We pray that you don't get into that there is no interference. However, we cannot guarantee that there would be no interference. There's one thing I always tell myself: prepare for the two sides. Prepare for when it goes wrong, prepare for when it goes right. So I'm anticipating both the worst and I'm anticipating the best all at once. So I don't get shocked by any scenario. That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing is that when it happens, you're expecting it when you've already prepared plans on how to manage it when it happens. For instance, if you expect interference when you're speaking and then someone's phone rings in the ear, your first response would not be the default mode of every other person, which is to freeze, and that leads to you forgetting what you want to say. But because you expect it, you know that, okay, if it happens this way, what am I supposed to do? If a phone rings in the hall, what are you supposed to do? You can decide to call the attention of the person whose phone rang, or could, if you don't know the person, you could just make an announcement. Please let's ensure that all phones are muted. Nobody's going to beat you for doing that. If it's has to do with other sounds, or someone watching stuff while you're on stage, you can call out the noise, call out the distraction, call out the interference. It positions you as someone who knows what you're doing. And it also helps you get stabilized. That you're still the owner of the stage as you were from the beginning. And when this happens, after you call out the noise or after you address the noise, you take a pause for about 5 seconds to gather your thoughts, and then you can continue. The main reason why people freeze when it happens is because they do not expect it. So you want to always expect it. I always expect interference. Even right now, somehow in my head, I expect that someone's mic would get unmuted. And I know how I'm going to address it if it happens. I call out the noise. And you expect it, you also prepare plans on how to handle it. It's called risk management when it comes to the business world. Then for you, it's you doing your needs assessment. This could happen. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, this unexpected situation may come up. This may come up. This may come, but you prepare for it. You must have contingency plans. Having them would definitely help you when they come up. It's good. It's great when they do not come up. When they come up, it's also good because you already know how to handle it. Address it if you need to address it. Take a pause and then continue. But if you don't need to address it, you could just take a pause, gather your thoughts, and then continue. People would even applaud you for continuing because they expect that you're going to freeze and forget what you wanted to say. But when you take a pause, you recalibrate your mind to come back into the zone it was before the interference came up. Do you understand me, Gabriel? Is Gabriel still here?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I understand you,
Okay,
ma.
thank you very much. Does this answer your question?
Yes, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for asking such an intelligent question. And I apologize for my voice. I lost my voice a few days ago, and it's yet to be restored fully. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, good evening. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for that amazing question, brilliant question. And I want to be sure our strategist gave like the response you wanted, response you needed. Thank you. Okay, so does anyone have any other questions or any follow-up question? Any question, any follow-up question? I want to believe that people that are not here, they are not here because they don't have questions. So we that are here, we have to be here because we have questions. So any questions, follow-up questions, random questions, questions that have been on your mind? Okay, if you don't have questions, just type none or no, so we know when we are leaving the school. Can you people hear me? Or am I speaking to myself? If you have any questions, just no, none for now, no questions, something like that. Okay, I said no, but Oluwatomisin typed yes. So, ma'am, do you have any question? Does yes mean you have a question or you don't have question? Okay, Gabriel says he doesn't have any other questions for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm still yet to get my response from Oluwatomisin. Does your yes mean you have a question or you don't have a question? Can you people hear me? I'm not seeing my response. Oh, okay, Oluwatomisin asked, what do you do in a situation that the audience are not being responsive? What do you do in a situation that the audience are not being responsive? And a new strategist, you have the mic. Thank you.
Oh my God, okay. What do you do where you have irresponsive audiences? Okay. It's always not it's always unpleasant, yes, to have audiences that are not responsive. It always is. But there are ways to go about it. There are ways to go about it. When you learn audience engagement, it's easy to manipulate such situations. People think only MCs can effectively engage audiences, but that's not true. I don't believe it. Because when I interact with certain audiences and they give they are more responsive than in other situations. Others, people think, oh, because she hosts events, that's why that, but that's not it. It's simply knowing and understanding people. And the first thing I would always say is, when you have an irresponsive audience, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, why are they not responding? Why are they not responding? Is it because I've been AWOL and I'm just resurfacing and they think I'm going to disappear again? Or is it because at the time of the day when I'm having this interaction, they are not supposed to be active virtually or active physically? Let's say you're handling a community, right? Let's even use the scenario we have right now. Let's say you're handling a community and you're sending in some certain key information around, it's on a Monday, let's say on a Monday, around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Best believe that you would barely get a response from people because it's Monday. People are either in school or at work, and they're trying to be serious for the week. They're trying to set momentum for the week, even though they lose momentum halfway into the week. But Mondays, everybody's trying to be in the A game, not virtually, except those that work virtually. But those who work physically, who go to school, their focus on Mondays is school, work, the office, business, this, that, not other communities, not other things. So you want to understand the logic behind their irresponsiveness. Why are they irresponsive? Am I interacting with them at the wrong time? Is it the right time? Is it the wrong time? Is it the right place for such conversation? Then you also want to go a step further. You could ask them to know why they are being irresponsive. You could ask. Not everybody may respond, but some people would. Some would. If you need to tag people, tag people. But if it's physically that you have such irresponsive audience, you have to find a way to make them get back into listening to you. Either by cracking a joke, if you can, or say something that they can relate to and draws their attention back, or you tell a story, just find a way to get their attention. For those of us who are in remote forces, you would know that we've learned about introduction and exit styles. Now, some of these intro and exit styles that we treated under creativity in and creativity out, you can apply them even with live audiences. You can apply them with not when you're not even speaking publicly, like speeches. Yes, public speeches. It could be you just having an interaction with the public. You can make use of them. They're going to definitely serve you well. They're definitely going to serve you like very well. So you want to go back to your notes if you are a student of a remote process. If you're not, you can join us in January when the next cohort commences session. But yeah, that's another thing you can do. But for virtual audiences, another thing you can do is reach out to them personally, like one to one. Don't reach out to them as in your official capacity. Yes, reach out to them in your nominal capacity as you as a human being, as an individual. Chat to them, check on them. How are you doing? People, when you show people that you care about them, they would want to work with you. They want to do anything for you. There's this quote that says, if you want to get people's hearts, no, if you want to get people's hands, get their hearts first, meaning you have to show them that you care, show them that you are interested in them, not just in what they give you. Show them that you care. This also applies to the physical audiences too. What other thing can you do when you have irresponsive audiences? Well, I already mentioned you can tell stories. You can tell stories. You can find a way to get them into the mood you want them to be in. And your energy is contagious. If your energy is so stuck up, you're going to have a stuck up energy. If your energy is very, very relatable, like they can just relate to, they can vibe with you on a personal level, then they're going to listen to, they're going to want to work with you. With different audiences, I have different uh energy here that I distill to the audience, to the environment. And I'm hosting certain events, you'd see that I'm definitely going to be so corporate and very formal, very professional. But when it comes to engaging with, let's say, the youth, an audience of just the youth, and it's not a corporate event or formal situation, you would most likely see me trying my best to be very, very, very relatable, just being the random say that you can meet on the road. Even if people don't meet on the road random like that, but if you had to meet someone random on the way, how would you meet this person? Just have a conversation. I could tell stories, I could just be a little bit playful. So the energy I distill is the energy I get. That's one thing. The energy you give out is like the energy you get most times. So what energy are you giving out? Assess yourself too. Assess your audience. Is the purpose of the goal you're trying to achieve, is it still relevant to them? Did I answer your question, Luatomi, sir? Luatomi, sir, did I answer your question satisfactorily? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have to pass the mic now.
Okay, thank you for your contributions tonight. Thank you, uh, Madam Lead Strategist, for answering our questions. So I'd like to know if anyone has any follow-up question before we end this call. Follow-up questions. Don't forget, if you don't have, just type no, so I know I'm not speaking to myself. Follow-up questions, yes or no? No response, no response, no response, no response. Okay, so she says no question. Gabriel, I think both of you. Okay, no question. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for your time, your efforts, and your amazing questions. It was amazing. This is amazing too much on this call. It was awesome having you join us today. Thank you so much. And with this, we call it, is it a wrap or a night? I will call this one. We call it a night. Thank you very much. You can leave the call. It's like we still want to stay here. We're enjoying the call. You can leave the call. Thank you. You can leave the call. Good evening, Gabriel. Do you have something else to say? Because I don't know. You're still on the call.